Once upon a recent time, in the heart of a quaint hamlet, there stood an institution of higher learning, proud yet aging, known to the world as Hanover College. Hanover. It was here that my tale unfolds, a narrative woven with the threads of disillusionment, a young soul's journey through the hallowed, yet tarnished, halls of academia. As I, a wide-eyed dreamer from a distant, storied land beyond the remnants of a once mighty Soviet empire, stepped onto the verdant grounds of Hanover, my heart was alight with hope. I imagined ivy-draped walls whispering tales of ancient wisdom, a sanctuary where minds blossomed under the tender care of scholarly sages. Alas, my tapestry of dreams was to be unraveled by the cold hands of reality. The administration, shrouded in a veil of indifference, seemed more akin to specters haunting the corridors than the guiding lights they were meant to be. Promises, as fragile as the autumn leaves that danced beneath the towering oaks, were made only to be swept away by the uncaring winds of change. Financial aid, a labyrinth of broken promises and twisted paths, left me feeling not as a valued member of an academic community, but as a pawn in a game where the rules were ever shifting and the odds forever stacked against me. The campus, a picture of isolation, was a gilded cage. Its beauty, undeniable, masked the sterile social scene within. Here, one did not simply belong. One had to conform to a mold, a preppy silhouette that chafed against my free-spirited essence. To deviate was to invite the silent treatment of the ivory tower, to be an outsider looking in on a world where the vibrancy of diversity was but a faint whisper, lost in the echoes of conformity. Academically, the shine of gold quickly tarnished to the dull gray of underwhelming expectations. Classes, rather than challenging me to scale the lofty peaks of knowledge, seemed designed to award mere participation, a participation trophy in the grand tournament of learning. Where were the fiery debates, the rigorous exploration of thought? Hidden, it seemed, behind the closed doors of unavailable professors, their wisdom locked away like precious tomes in an inaccessible library. Dorm life, a cruel jest, was a daily reminder of my precipitous fall from grace. The walls, once proud, now bowed under the weight of age, their paint peeling like the layers of an onion, revealing the rot beneath. Heating and cooling were fickle companions, and cleanliness, a fairy-tale creature as elusive as a unicorn. The food, oh, the food, a repetitive symphony of mediocrity, each note a flavorless echo of the last. Meals were served not with pride, but with the dispassionate ease of a chef who had long since forgotten the joy of cooking. The warmth of a home-cooked meal, the comfort it brings, was replaced by the lukewarm embrace of indifference. Career services, the mythical beast said to guide the lost and the aimless, proved to be nothing more than a figment of the brochure's imagination. Internships and job placements were whispered about in hushed tones, as if speaking of them too loudly might awaken the slumbering beast that would usher us into the world beyond Hanover's gates. The community, so warmly advertised, was a mirage, shimmering on the horizon, but dissipating upon approach. Cliques ruled with iron fists, their kingdoms built upon the foundations of exclusion. Genuine connections were rare jewels, to be cherished above all else in a sea of transient interactions. And then there was the matter of a tale of betrayal that cut deeper than any academic slight. A scholarship born of love and memory was twisted into a tool of financial manipulation. The largest donor.
Yet the second half of our journey turns from the campus gates outward to the streets that promise food, fun, and souvenirs. If you wander only 10 minutes from Hanover College, you will meet an invisible fog of disappointment that clings to almost every till, plate, price tag, and welcoming smile. I will show you why the businesses there feel like schoolyard tricks played on grown-up wallets. Picture antique shops that behave like overpriced curiosity cabinets. River West Antiques is the local poster child, a warehouse of mismatched cast-offs, where dust is marketed as patina and price stickers drift upward the moment you lift an item. Visitors speak of politics-stalking cashiers, cramped aisles, and that universal frustration of hunting for treasure, only to find reproduction plates priced like heirlooms. When a store boldly labels itself an antique mall yet stocks toys from last decade, you sense the gimmick before you even step inside. Hungry, the restaurants circle like fancy traps. Indian Creek Steakhouse hangs neon promises of sizzling ribeyes, then serves lukewarm $50 steaks that spend 20 minutes dying under heat lamps. Guests watch their food tour the kitchen on a plate-long march while newer tables eat first. Shrimp arrive half-raw, potatoes cold, gift cards refused, and when complaints surface, the staff gaze back as if customers invented the problem. If a special occasion dinner ends with you microwaving takeaway meat at home, the marketing has outrun the kitchen by several furlongs. Casual pizza night offers no escape. The red pepperoni staff toss menus like frisbees, forget drink refills, and shut the oven early when shift change jitters strike. Diners bite into baked bones, wait 45 minutes for 6 wings, and learn that closing time is negotiable depending on how tired the cooks feel. A calzone packed with a 1-inch chicken shard might be shrugged off anywhere else. Here it is presented without apology, as though dining danger is part of the seasoning. For gamers, the area hides a pixelated pit. Vault Video Games advertises childhood nostalgia, yet cartridges arrive cracked, discs look like coasters, and returns vanish into the register void. Staff raise prices at the counter if a title suddenly feels popular, then accuse buyers of scamming when dead consoles return. The result is a petri dish of distrust. Every sealed box whispers, "Will it work? Probably not." Even culture has its wrinkles. Ethel's Creole kitchen drapes itself in Mardi Gras colors, but plates bland tomato rice gumbo, cold oysters, and steak served with butter knives. Ask for a steak knife, and the waitress evaporates. Ask why jambalaya tastes like homework, and you might get chased down the sidewalk by an owner who demands to know why you left. The message flavor is optional, attitude is complimentary. Across Madison's Main Street program, the silence is so deep that one lone 3-star shrug feels like hospitality royalty. Add it all together, and a traveler starts seeing patterns: high prices married to low hustle ownership, allergic to accountability staff who treat surprises as customer flaws. The district feels engineered to test how much disappointment a visitor will swallow before driving away. So if your college visit stretches into dinner, shopping, or play, plan like a pessimist. Phone ahead to confirm kitchens remain open, payments stay valid, and wait lists are not imaginary. Bring patience, a credit card buffer, and a backup map to the interstate where chain restaurants at least promise standardized mistakes. Hanover College itself may teach hopeful lessons. The commercial halo around it prefers a different curriculum, one where every receipt doubles as tuition for learning how quickly charm can fade into a shrug.
I am looking into crimes near Hanover College. Hanover and I feel a little sad to share them, because tourists often trust the small town vibe. Business near Hanover College. Hanover are like cute souvenir shops that promise cheap local crafts. But one recent incident involved a fake vintage clothing store on the main square. The shop displayed authentic-looking tags and accepted credit cards, yet the terminal was programmed to copy card data. A couple from a nearby city bought a jacket, later discovered their bank accounts had been emptied. After the theft, they probably called their bank, froze the cards, and filed a complaint that might never reach the real owner of the terminal. The scammer likely vanished before the police could trace the device, leaving the shop closed and the victims with a bitter memory. Business near Hanover College. Hanover are also like small electronics kiosks that sell adapters and chargers. In the summer, a tourist bought a phone charger. The price seemed fair, but the charger was a counterfeit that melted the phone battery. The buyer probably returned home with a broken phone and a feeling of regret. Maybe posted a negative review that hurt the kiosk's reputation. The owner might have been caught selling fake goods and faced a fine, while the shop eventually closed after losing trust. Business near Hanover College. Hanover are also like busy bakeries that accept cash and cards. A recent case showed a baker who placed a hidden camera near the register to record PIN entries. A backpacker entered his PIN, and later found his account drained. The victim likely reported the theft, changed his PIN, and hoped the police would recover the money. The baker probably faced criminal charges, and the bakery was shut down, leaving the street a little quieter. Business near Hanover College. Hanover are also like local